Hi friends, good morning one and all. Myself, I am PVM Sukesh. I want to give a lecture regarding an important topic, that is nucleophilicity. This is one of the important topic regarding the need purpose and as well as any particular objective purpose to learn very quickly regarding the SN1 mechanism and SN2 mechanism very clearly. We must know the term nucleophilicity properly. To know that nucleophilicity, first we must know the one of the basic term, that is nothing but a nucleophile. We must know that. What is the meaning of a nucleophile? If we are learn properly, we understand the conditions regarding the nucleophilicity very easily. What is the meaning of a nucleophile is that an electron rich species, where it attacks takes place on deficient site. Electron deficient site is there, that particular electron rich species are there, it will be considered as a nucleophile. Friends, we want to know that one basic thing, how these particular species are electron rich. For suppose if I taken OH minus, where oxygen attains a negative charge, due to that reason it considered as a electron rich. For suppose if you taking another example, that is nothing but an NH2 minus, where nitrogen attains a negative charge, or if you taking of an RO minus, or if you observe SH minus, all these particular species are there, contains a negative charge is there. Due to that particular reason, it will be considered as an electron rich species, where it attacks takes place possibility on electron deficient side. Why these are electron rich species is that due to the presence of a negative charge. Due to that reason, these are also said to be a negative charged nucleophile or considered as a charged nucleophile. In the similar manner, even though some molecules does not having a negative charge, only due to the presence of lone pair of electrons. Only due to the presence of a lone pair of electron. If you consider the ammonia, where nitrogen having a lone pair of electrons are there, if you consider a water molecule having a lone pair of electrons are there, or if you consider a primary amine or secondary amine or tertiary amine contains a lone pair of electrons are there, therefore even though does not having a charge but considered as a neutral nucleophile. These all are considered as a neutral nucleophile. Hence, these are due to presence of a lone pair of electron. It acts as an electron rich species, and which possibility to attacks takes place on electron deficient side. Hence, these are also considered as a nucleophile. And another possibility, that is nothing but if you consider the CN, that is nothing but a cyanide. If you observe here, nitrogen having a lone pair, therefore nitrogen is acting as a nucleophilic center. Carbon attains a negative charge, therefore it is also acting as a nucleophilic center. A species which having a two nucleophilic centers are there, but one nucleophilic center only donated the electron pairs are there, like a CN minus, or if you taking off an SCN minus, that is thiocyanide, or if you consider it as a nitrite, all these particular species are there, which is said to be an ambident nucleophile. All these are considered as an ambident nucleophile. Why? Because all these species are having a two nucleophilic center, but attacks takes place on the electron deficient side with only one. Hence, these are considered as an ambident nucleophile. In addition with that, if you take the organometallic compounds means if you consider the RMGX, that is nothing but a Grignard reagent, which is called organometallic compound, is also acting as an what? Good nucleophile. In addition to discuss the definition of a nucleophile, we considered the two steps here. The first step is electron rich species, where it attacks takes place on electron deficient side. How it will be attacking takes place. I considered one simple reaction to understand the definition properly. That is, if I consider one molecule that is ROH, we know that ROH represents a what? Alcohol, where oxygen contains a lone pair of electrons are there. If it is treated with an CrRr, this is called tertiary carbocation. We know that a carbon having a positive charge is there. It is called carbocation. Carbocation is said to be an electron deficient site. Where alcohol is there, it is said to be an electron rich species. Therefore, alcohol possibility to attacks takes place on the carbocation. That means electron deficient site, where there carbon having an already 3 alkyl groups are there, and where one oxygen atom attacking takes place on the carbocation, it is having a 1 alkyl group. It is having a 1 hydrogen atom, where oxygen having a valency 2, but here it is having a 3 bonds are there. Therefore, it will be tense in a positive charge. Observe here, this is an electron rich species, which attacks takes place on what? Electron deficient side. Here, ROH is there. It is considered as a nucleophile, which is represented with a Nu minus. Not only this one, if you take the halides like a Br minus or Cl minus, if you take another one more familiar example I want to discuss, that is a Br minus, which is considered as a bromide ion, electron rich species. If it is attack takes place on the carbocation or tertiary carbocation, where carbon having a positive charge, possibility to attack takes place here, where it produces C or it is having a 1 bromine atom and 1 alkyl group is present there. Due to that reason, that Br minus is there, which is also acting as an electron deficient, which is electron rich species, attacking takes place on electron deficient. All these are considered as a nucleophile. Friends, actually I want to give lecture regarding the nucleophilicity. To know nucleophilicity term properly, we already learned introduction topic regarding the nucleophile we are learned. But what is the meaning of a term nucleophilicity if you observe? If I consider one nucleophile that is said to be an Nu minus. Nu minus represents a nucleophile, where carbon atom having a 1 halogen atom, carbon valency 4, therefore remaining bonds is also possibility to attack here. First, suppose this nucleophile, when comparing with carbon and halogen, halogen is a high electron negative atom. If the bond shifted towards a halogen side, where nucleophile having a negative charge, therefore it having an ability to attacks takes place on carbon. It having an attacking takes place towards a carbon. Then automatically what will happen? This X is there, it will be separated out in the form of an X minus, where the carbon, the nucleophile will be attacking takes place, NuC like this. If you observe the ability of a nucleophile which attacks takes place on electrophilic center. Why? Because after the shifting of a bond towards a halogen side, carbon will be attains in a positive charge, which develops the electrophilic center will be generated here. On the electrophilic center, if the nucleophile attacking takes place, that means the ability of a nucleophile which attacks on the which attacks on the electrophilic center, which attacks takes place on the electrophilic center of the carbon is there, that ability is there, which is said to be a name nucleophilicity. What is the meaning of nucleophilicity? The ability of a nucleophile which attacks on the electrophilic center of the carbon is said to be a name nucleophilicity. If you observe similar one more term I want to explain, that is again if I consider the N-nucleophile, if it is attacking takes place on HA, if it is treated with an HA for suppose, if the nucleophile, if it is having an ability to attacks on the proton, for suppose if it is attacks on the electrophilic center carbon, then it will be considered as a nucleophilicity. The ability of a nucleophile which attacks on the proton. Here electrophilic center of carbon is there, it is said to be a nucleophilicity. For suppose nucleophile having an ability to attack takes place on what? Proton. If you observe nucleophile attacks takes place on the proton, automatically what will be obtained? NuH will be obtained, where A loses the proton and attains an A minus. That means this particular ability is there, which is said to be an basicity. This is a very important definitions regarding the nucleophilicity and as well as an basicity. If you observe any book is there, the questions repeatedly asking regarding some different compounds they will give, which one having a high nucleophilicity, which one having a high basicity, it will be exhibit. That is a repeated question if you observe in every book they were asking. This is also one of the important topic regarding the general organic chemistry only. Okay, then I want to, if some examples if they given, which one having a high nucleophilicity, which one having a high basicity, how you will identify? First, suppose if you observe in a periodic table, for suppose if you consider in a periodic table regarding in terms of groups, if you in the periodic table in terms of groups, the nucleophilicity is there. Nucleophilicity is there. We know that it will be increases, where basicity is there, it is continuously decreases. Nucleophilicity in a groups increases, where basicity you observe the two definitions, the two differences, the difference between the nucleophilicity and basicity, then only you will understand clearly. In a periodic table in terms of groups, nucleophilicity value will be increases, where the basicity value is there, it is continuously decreases. If the question is asking, one question they are asking friends, that is F minus, Cl minus, Br minus, I minus. All these are considered as nucleophiles. And among all these terms, which one having a high nucleophilicity if they are asking? The property of nucleophilicity. For suppose if they are asking, we know that nucleophilicity in a groups, what will happen? Increasing. If you observe in a 7th A group, iodine is having considered as a bottom in a group. Therefore, F minus less than Cl minus less than Br minus less than I minus. But where if you observe the basicity, where basicity what will happen? It will be reverse. Why? Because nucleophilicity increases in a groups, where basicity decreases. Therefore, F minus Cl minus greater than Br minus and greater than I minus. This is in terms of groups regarding the nucleophilicity and basicity. You don't only consider you don't satisfy with a single example, then you take the another two examples like NH3 if they're asking, and pH3 if they again another two examples if they're given. Nitrogen and as well as phosphorus, both are belongs to 50 A group, where phosphorus is having a high atomic size which present down of the NH3, Therefore, if you observe nucleophilicity, for suppose if you observe nucleophilicity for when comparing with NH3 and pH3, pH3 is having a high nucleophilicity, it must be exhibit. Similarly, if you observe the basicity, it will be reverse. Therefore, NH3 is having a high basicity than the pH3. If you're not satisfied with this example also, take another example. Example 3 like H2O and as well as H2S. Here also the central atom, here the oxygen, here the central atom is sulfur. Due to that reason, in terms of a nucleophilicity when H2O and H2S if you compare, this is having a nucleophilicity order and this is having a basicity order, H2O greater than H2S. Friends, I only discuss in terms of a groups how the nucleophilicity and as well as a basicity will be varies. With a maximum possibility of an examples I discussed here. It is in terms of a groups. If you go the another important point in the periodic table, if you observe regarding the periods, friends, we know that if the elements are arranging in the horizontal rows is there, it is considered as a periods, and vertical columns are there, it will be considered as a groups. But in terms of a periods, while we are going from a left to right continuously, both nucleophilicity and as well as a basicity, both are continuously decreasing takes place. That point you remember. Groups only nucleophilicity increases and as well as a basicity decreases, but in terms of what? Periods, in terms of a nucleophilicity and basicity, both will be decreasing takes place. With a simple example, again I want to discuss CH3 minus and H2 minus, OH minus. If they are asking F minus also, which one having a high nucleophilicity or nothing but a basicity, both two properties. For CH3 minus is a more, later NH2 minus, later it will become OH minus and F minus. Friends, if the question is asking like this, first you consider in a group or in a periods term type, first we must be observed. Later only we will take the different cases. Or for suppose if you observe the steric hindrance, for suppose bulkiness, what is a bulkiness means if the large groups are attached takes place to the carbon, which is considered as a bulkiness. If the bulkiness is increases, automatically we know that means bulkiness, which is also said to be a steric hindrance. If the proper term, that is nothing but a steric hindrance. In terms of a steric hindrance, if you observe, basicity is there, automatically what will happen? It will be continuously increasing takes place. Where nucleophilicity is there, what will happen? It will be decreasing takes place. Friends, to understand the bulkiness, if I are taking the simple example, CH3O minus CH3CO minus, one methyl group again added and one hydrogen, 3 methyl groups if it is added to the carbon, and as well as an O minus. Friends, if you observe this one, here observe oxygen connecting with a single methyl, here oxygen connecting with a 2 methyl, 3 methyl, number of methyl groups if it is increases, automatically bulkiness increases, that means the steric hindrance is increases. Automatically, if you observe the basicity, how it will be varied means this is having a high basicity, later this one. If you observe the nucleophilicity for the same, this example, it will be in a reverse. That means CH3O minus having high nucleophilicity, later CH3 twice CO minus, and later CH3 thrice CO minus. This is a order of bulkiness or nothing but a steric hindrance regarding a nucleophilicity. First term I discuss regarding in terms of a period groups, friends. Later I discuss regarding in terms of a periods, and third I discuss regarding the bulkiness. But if you observe one of the important topic, one of the important point regarding basicity is that if you observe in most of the objective bits are also consider regarding the percentage of S character also, we will identify which one having a high basicity also, friends. Remember, percentage of S character. If percentage of S character is there, it is inversely proportional to basicity also, friends. This is a very important term. Percentage of S character is inversely proportional to what? Basicity. If they are asking like this, example CH2 double bond, CH minus and CH triple bond, C minus, friends. If they are asking given like this, if you observe double bond is there, therefore it is having which hybridization? sp2. It is having an a what? sp hybridization. The percentage of S character here 50% is there. Here 33.3% is there. Therefore, it is considered as a more basicity in the nature. Last, one more important topic to understand the nucleophilicity and basicity properly. If a nucleophilic center has lone pair of electron and as well as a negative charge is also present there. If I take the peroxide HOOH, this is called what? Hydrogen peroxide. If I remove the proton here, then automatically it is having a negative charge and also having a what? Lone pair of electron is there. If nucleophilic center has lone pair of electrons are there, nucleophilic center, if nucleophilic center has lone pair of electrons are there like this, at the time nucleophilicity value is there, what will happen? It will be increases. Where basicity is there, it will be decreases. It is also one of the important point here, friends. If the question is asking like this, HOO minus and as well as OH minus, which one having a high nucleophilicity and high basicity? If they are asking, it is having a high nucleophilicity, that is HOO minus, and as well as an OH minus is there, it is acting as an basic in the nature, basicity in the nature. That means HOO minus is a strong nucleophile. That point of the nucleophilicity for which one is a higher, it is acting as a strong nucleophile, and this is acting as a more basic. This is having a what? Low nucleophilicity. Therefore, high basicity will be exhibits here, friends. Last, finally, friends, I want to, basing on all these particular points, I want to give only at least 5 examples I want to share, I want to discuss regarding the nucleophilicity and as well as basicity, friends. For suppose, example 1, with a simple example I will start. Don't afraid. F minus, if I started, F minus means nothing but a fluoride and as well as an I minus. Which one having a high nucleophilicity? If they are asking nucleophilicity in terms of groups, what will happen? It will be increases. Therefore, nucleophilicity for I minus is a more when comparing with an what? F minus. Similarly, if you observe regarding the basicity, basicity will be in a reverse. Therefore, F minus having a high basicity when comparing with an I minus. Friends, if you take another example, example 2, that is CF3 minus and CCl3 minus, if they are asking. Friends, CF3 minus means carbon having a negative charge and also contains a what? 3 fluorines are connected. Carbon having a negative charge and also having 3 chlorines are present there. Fluorines are powerful electron withdrawing groups, therefore the groups are attracting the electron like this. Due to that reason, very less charge is present here. Due to that reason, when comparing with a CF3 and as well as a CCl3 minus, if you observe, CF3 minus is acting as a powerful nucleophile. That point you observe carefully. In the similar manner, if they're asking like this, what another example, that is example 3, like OH minus if they're given NH2 minus if they're given, and as well as F minus if they're given. How we will consider? It is considered regarding in terms of a periods. Periods in terms of a continuously decreases. Therefore, nucleophilicity if you observe or basicity if you observe, both are same. Which one will become left? NH2 minus. Therefore, NH2 minus is having a high basicity, later OH minus, and later it will become of an F minus it will be. Last one more example, that is another one like example for NH2OH, hydroxylamine, and as well as an ammonia if they are given. We know that in the NH2OH, what is their inductive effect is exist here. Why? Because due to presence of hydroxyl group, NH3 does not having an inductive effect is not there. Due to the inductive effect of an OH group, basicity value is there, here decreases, and it is considered as an more basic. What? NH3. When comparing with an what? NH2OH, this is considered as an basicity. You one more time you try these particular questions regarding the nucleophilicity and basicity, then it may possibility to easily attempt all these particular questions, and don't afraid regarding nucleophilicity and as well as an basicity. Right. Thank you very much.